my name is Eve Mayer.
And I am Levi Sauerbrei.
And we are with EveMayerMedia.com. We know that a lot of you are dealing with remote work for the very first time right now, perhaps even with kids at home. We're dealing with that, aren't we?
Yes.
And we are a part of a team that has been remote for a bit now, and we want to be here to help companies and individuals through the new changing environment and situation. So, two things that we can do. We would like to offer free tech help, and Levi's going to walk through that at the end of this. And we'd also like to tell you about our abilities with video that you might be able to use for messages with your company or for virtual events.
Sure. So with things changing as rapidly as they are, and I labeled today as America's first work from home Monday, there are whole teams, whole companies, whole large international corporations that are currently working from home today, and a lot of you are going to have kind of woken up to this and not quite been prepared. So there are some things we can do to help you communicate with your team more effectively, both now and going forward into the future as your team stays dispersed. So a couple ways we can help. One, we have a lovely studio in Addison, Texas. If you are in the DFW area, you would like to come down in studio, we can live stream your message to your employees, or we can record it, edit it, and send it out at a later date. We can do the same thing from your office in the DFW area if you are local and you would like us to come to your location with our gear, our professional video equipment, and record a message from you, a meeting, a webinar, whatever it is that your company needs to do right now to communicate. That can also either be live streamed or recorded, edited, and distributed at a later date. We can also help facilitate you live streaming to your team via your own laptop or webcam. That's a setup feature that we would offer. You don't necessarily need us there to push the buttons while you're doing it, but we would love to help you with that. And if we wanted to record that and edit it after the fact to add in some extra things for distribution, we can do that. And finally, we can do remote recording with your phone with a teleprompter and a lot of other really neat features. So if you are in a remote location, if you are at home, if you are the only one in the office, if your team is all over the place, without us coming to you and without you coming to us, we can help you get some real professional quality video that you can use to communicate with your team.
So at Eve Mayer Media, we have all kind of video services to replace your meetings that were in person and now might be virtual, or communications with your team. And we also want to talk about a free offering we are starting up today that Levi's going to walk us through, because we know that so many teams are working at home for the very first time, or you're going to be setting up your kids' remote learning for the very first time. And we, of course, want to do this for free and invite other IT professionals if they'd like to join us in doing this offering. So, Levi, can you walk people through that?
Sure. So real quickly, I am known as Nerd Butler on social media. Yes, I gave myself that name. She actually thought it up, but it's a title that I wear rather proudly, and I have done IT support for over 20 years. We have some resources around this as well. So those of you who have a remote team may not be prepared for the communication needs, things like your employees getting connected to their home printers because they have to print out a few things. There's all kinds of things that can come up when you are suddenly faced with a new situation, and there's a pretty good chance that the IT resources within your company are scrambling right now, trying to figure out their own remote work situation and trying to answer all the questions. So if you are an individual who needs some help, I would love to help you with that. As Eve said, maybe you've got kids in the house and your Wi-Fi isn't up to snuff and you're not sure what's going on. If you are a manager or supervisor and you need some tools to communicate with your team, if you are a business owner and you need some recommendations for your business, we want to help you out with all of that. So what I'm going to do real quickly is walk you through the wherefores and how-to-withs of requesting some support, and we will jump over to that. So this is the Nerd Butler help desk. If any of you have used Freshdesk in the past, you will recognize this. It's pretty straightforward. You can see in the knowledge base, we're a little empty right now because we just got this scrubbed up and launched over the weekend. But you can submit a ticket by simply clicking New Support Ticket. It's a very simple form to fill out. The more information you can give us in the description, the better. If you need to attach a screenshot or a file, you can do that by clicking on the Attach File button, and then just click Submit, and that creates a ticket. There are a couple other ways you can get in touch. I am dedicating an hour a day to live interaction and monitoring this system in real time. And if you happen to catch me, I'm planning on doing it between 1 and 2 Central Time every day during the work week, but I will be around at other times as well. You can hit that little chat button down here in the corner, and that will open up a chat window that will pop onto my desk as well. Couple other ways you can get a hold of us. If you go on Twitter and you mention @NerdButler, that will show up in my system as well. If you go to facebook.com/NerdButler and make a post or a comment there, I will get that as a ticket as well. There is also an email at support@nerdbutler.com. And finally, the way we got to this site is support.nerdbutler.com. So lots of ways to do that. If you can't remember any of that, leave a comment on this video and we will see that as well and get you to the right place. So what we want to offer is just a little extra boost for you as everybody's trying to get acclimated to what just happened. It's a rapidly changing work environment.
So Levi, one more time, what site should people go to for free tech help?
Sure. If you would like some tech support, go to support.nerdbutler.com and submit a request there, or click the little chat button and see if you can get a hold of me.
And yes, we're serious. It's free. You don't need a credit card. You don't need to sign up for anything. You don't need to buy anything. It's just my one way to help and your one way to help, and this is what we're doing. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, and let us help you out.
Thanks, everybody.